It's an amazing Thursday morning, full of life, full of brightness, and of course, yeah, it's been raining, but we got your back.
Yep, it's quite frigorific, but then Thursdays help you take a review of the week. It's a time to take a review. I mean, it's just the eve of the weekend, and then you can conclude the week with a bang.
Yes, we can. Honestly, it's all about what we have lined up for you today. Today's edition is going to be extra special. Just
It is. It is, and of course, the journey has just begun. So, sit tight. Where's your beverages there? Where's
my cup of coffee is right there. I don't.
But grab yours, grab yours. Even if I don't have mine, you should grab yours.
Yes.
I'll make sure I get mine. I am Mike Mexicano.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. We're streaming live right now on tvcontinental.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect. We can't wait to connect with you. All those comments, we love them. Use our hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC.
Okay, and then remember that you can also download our mobile app on the Apple iOS store and, of course, the Play Store.
Yes.
The app is TVC. You can do a lot apart from just watching us. You can send in comments, you can send in pictures, you can interact with other people also. Get an app and ensure you have internet connection.
if not, you're on your own.
You know, there are some apps that you know Facebook free.
Yeah.
It does work.
There's some that you can use offline. We're getting there.
We're getting there.
Soon. For our first performance for the day, we have rapper
Ibaralu Scott.
Wait, Ibaralu?
Ibaralu Scott.
Yes.
Better known as Young Rex. And then joining us for a book chat is the author of the book, Why You Must Lead, Ernest Ademola Eige.
Yes, indeed. And music is all... In fact, you know what? Music is soul and life that we have on Thursdays. And we have a live band coming your way today.
Yep.
Shola Silva and his Genesis band are going to be right here. You need to stay close for that one.
And then for art display, we have photographer Oluwashino Mefolore. He is giving us a feel of his photojournalistic documentary-style images.
It's all about telling a story with that picture.
Telling
a beautiful story with it.
Is it?
And of course, you know, Thursdays just mean that we're almost at the weekend.
Yep, we're also going to have some social media interaction with you. You can share your throwback pictures. It's Throwback Thursday.
Yeah.
Let's see how you look like. Let's even limit.
Yeah,
let's like 6, 7, 5. You can still.
You know, there was the whole 10-year challenge thing.
Yeah, there was a 10-year challenge.
Yeah.
Right?
So let's try and take you back. What did you used to look like?
So I used to be one of those weird people. In fact, I still am. I'm not really fond of photos, and it was a problem. Because I think what caused it was because we had 2 fire incidents in our house. No. So we kept losing photos, and I just decided I didn't want to have photos anymore. What's the point when they'll get burnt? Wow. So I just stopped.
You were expecting.
And for years, like through my modeling years, in fact, the modeling pictures I have, I probably don't even know where they are anymore. I've just never been attached to stuff.
I'm gonna go online and do something. I'm gonna Google you. I'll find something. Someone took a picture of you somewhere.
I think so, really.
We'll find it.
I don't think so.
By the way, Titi's hair doing something else.
Yeah, I see she's upgraded.
Let me see how you look on screen. Like something else. No, not me now. On Titi now.
Okay. Why? Don't tell the director.
It does look long.
Thank you.
It does look lovely.
It looks really nice.
When did you have this cut?
So an amazing guy that's been on the show before. He came to show us how to braid hair, a collar day, Legend Hairs, and he was in the office yesterday. And he just helped me whip this up. Didn't take too long.
Really nice. It's really nice.
This hair is just very fine.
Okay, like it?
Yeah, I do.
Mike is actually complimenting you. This is really special.
I love it. But then we have to head to the news.
This is getting I can't believe it.
We have to head to the news now. Ibrahim is on standby.
Right. I like your hairstyle too, Titi. It's
very
nice.
Thank you.
Maybe I can also wear the same very soon.
What?
What did you say? I didn't hear him.
Straight ahead to the news. Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo has arrived Kigali ahead of the 25th anniversary of the liberation of Rwanda, holding today. Professor Shimbajo will join other African leaders and heads of states expected at the occasion, which would reflect on the end of the genocide in 1994. The Vice President was received on arrival by Nigeria's High Commissioner and Rwanda's Minister of Finance. He is expected back in Abuja on Thursday. And the House of Representatives went into a rowdy session as the People's Democratic Party lawmakers went for one another's throats. The bone of contention was a division among them on who will occupy the minority seat in the House. National Assembly correspondent Jokedisa reports.
Attempts by Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila to read out the names of opposition members that will occupy the principal seats of the political parties in the minority is the cause of this uproar. The maize suddenly became the target, but for the vigilant sergeant-at-arms officials. The PDP members are divided. Kingsley Chinda from Rivers State is the minority leader the PDP chose, but Ndidi Elumelu, a three-term member, is endorsed by 111 out of the 147 opposition members. PDP is not the only minority party in the House, and other parties aligned with the choice of Mr. Elumelu as their leader. The two sides addressed separate news conferences after an abrupt end to the day's legislative business.
Other duty on Mr. Speaker is to read the letter he received from the party, which the Senate President has done. He is not to appoint. His is just to read the communication, which he has failed to do.
We believe in PDP's progress. We believe in the ideologies of PDP. And of course, we have no any other party than PDP. And we have followed what has happened and accepted our nomination based on Order 7, Rule 8.
African Democratic Congress. And I was here just a while ago when the other group came, and they were mentioning only one party. They didn't mention other parties. Minority leader is not for one party. They're making mistake of being APC and PDP alone in the House.
The Haddock Committee on Media also responded to claims by the Chinda-led group that the Speaker took sides.
The Speaker relied on Order 7, Rule 8, where it states categorically clear, and I beg to quote too. Rule 8.1 says, members of the minority parties in the House shall nominate from among them the minority leader, minority whip, deputy minority leader, and deputy whip.
Meanwhile, a member of the APC from Jigawa State, Gudaji Kazauri, has cautioned the party against imposing a majority leader on the House. He expresses interest in the seat.
Any party to pause the members, leaders in the House, I want to use this opportunity to declare my intention that I am contesting the seat of the leader of the House.
The PDP in the last House under former Speaker Yakubu Dogara solely occupied the minority seats, a development now being challenged by a group of PDP legislators. Jokedisa, TVC News, Abuja.
Now let's bring you an update on the assault story we have been tracking in Abuja. Well, the senator of the center of the controversy has apologized for battering a female attendant at an adult toy store. The lawmaker representing Adamawa North, Elisha Abo, was caught on camera repeatedly hitting the woman at the shop in the nation's capital. But in a video released by Premium Times, the senator expressed remorse, apologizing to the lady, the Senate, his family, friends and party. Senator Abo also called the Nigerians to forgive him for his actions, assuring them of proper conduct in the future.
I have never been known for violence. Regardless of what transpired prior to my expression of anger, which I'm not ready to discuss, I am sincerely sorry, and I plead that all men and women of good conscience shall have the heart to forgive me. The air is human, forgive is divine.
I feel he'll be able to find a better place in Nigerians to forgive him anyway. That's it on the news update for this hour. Weather update is next.
Good morning and thank you for staying tuned. It's time for the sports news update on Wake Up Nigeria. I am Mary Bashwa Alimi. Jackie Grenon's extra time goal sent the Netherlands into a Women's World Cup final against the USA thanks to a tense win over Sweden. The Super Eagles have assured Nigerian football fans of their commitment to go past the indomitable Lions of Cameroon in the round of 16 of the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations. The Eagles take on the Lions of Cameroon in a winner-take-all knockout match on Saturday. Striker Odion Igalo and midfielder John Ogu promised the team will deliver their A-game in the encounter. The Nigeria-Cameroon game will be played in Alexandria on Saturday. Meanwhile, Cameroon coach Clarence Seedorf is worried about his team's blunt strike force ahead of the clash against Nigeria. The indomitable Lions have scored only 2 goals in the competition, but they have a better defensive record than Nigeria, with Ajax goalkeeper Andre Onana yet to concede in the tournament. The Nigeria Amputee Football Federation has invited 22 players for the national camp ahead of the Amputee Football Africa Nations Cup, scheduled to hold in Angola in September. Assistant coach of the team, Benga Dosumu, indicates the players were called up after a national selection trial. Dosumu says the players were selected on merit after the trials held last month at the National Stadium in Lagos.
22 players are going to be called. 12 players will be going as well. So we still need to trim down from that 22 to 12.
10 players will be dropped from the total number invited, as only 12 players will make the final squad. Some of the players spoke about their challenges in camp preparatory to the tournament.
With the amputee players, we can see after the World Cup, we can now see the seriousness in Nigerians, the federations, what they are putting together to make sure we have good players that is ready to go for this Nations Cup. So I'm happy for that, for the preparation. We only pray for the Nigerian government to look into our own federation so that they could be able to stand, so that they can support and look into our own personal affairs too, so that we'll be able to sit tight for the Nations Cup.
As it happened last year when we are going for World Cup, it was very difficult, which you know about it, and the whole world, everybody know how struggle it is for us to make up a team that go to that World Cup. We go batch by batch. We don't want that kind of thing to happen again. Most of our players was dropped in the camp. We did not go with complete team because of financial issue.
We are training hard because we don't want what happened to us at the World Cup to happen again. So that's why we are training hard, putting more effort. The board members are trying their best, the president and the new technical director, they are doing all what they can do so that we can be able to make it.
A total of 19 Nigerian athletes are rounding off their training ahead of the Para-Powerlifting Junior and Senior World Championship, which holds in Kazakhstan this month. The Nigerian team, made up of 13 athletes who have also qualified for the 2020 Olympic Games in Tokyo, is expected to leave the country next week for the tournament. With the host of the 2019 African Games, Morocco opting to stage the special sports side of the Games in January next year instead of August, Nigerian lifters have elected to focus on the World Cup. The Powerlifting Junior and Senior World Championship holds from 12th to 20th of this month in the Kazakh city of Nur Sultan. The Nigerian team to the Para-Athletics Grand Prix in Tunisia have returned to the country after a triumphant outing. The 4-man team finished with 10 medals and set a new world record at the Grand Prix. The medals are made up of 6 gold and 4 silver. Umadubuike Ifeanyi won 2 gold medals in the 100 meters, 200 meters and the 400 meters. Ifeanyi also set a new world record in the 200 meters. Other members of the team include Loretta Unye, Uwak Nyime and Flora Ugunwa. Spanish La Liga side Atletico Madrid have signed Portugal forward João Felix for £113 million from Benfica as the 5th most expensive transfer in history. Benfica have confirmed that Atletico will pay the fee in installments after bidding €6 million, more than the €19 120 million release clause. Only Neymar, Kylian Mbappe, Felipe Coutinho and Ousmane Dembele have moved for more money. Felix has signed a 7-year deal with Atletico and is now the second most expensive teenager, following the €180 million paid to Monaco by Paris Saint-Germain for France forward Mbappe in 2018. Manchester City are set to sign Spain midfielder Rodri from Atletico Madrid for a club record fee of £62.8 million after paying his release clause. Atletico says that the players, lawyers and representatives from City paid the release clause to La Liga on Wednesday. Rodri has therefore terminated his contract with Atletico, which was due to run until June 2023. And that's it on sports this hour. We'll take the newspaper headlines now, and Titi and Mike are on standby for that.
Let's take a look at the headlines this morning. I will kick off from The Guardian. And we have here, Nigerians want Buhari to cancel, not suspend RUGA. And 3 annotations underneath that headline go on to say, Ohaneze wants a plot to smuggle initiative through backdoor. And Northern Coalition gives FG ultimatum, as you can see there, and insists that the scheme must stand. Says opposition to headsmen affirms need for referendum. And then we can see 2 pictures here. Lawmakers protecting the mace during a rowdy session over who should occupy the minority leadership positions in the House of Reps in Abuja yesterday. And other lawmakers during the turmoil in the lower legislative chamber yesterday. And we have here, Senator apologizes for assault as protests rocks NAS. And the rider says PDP condemns attack and Senate raises probe panel. And here, just top there, we see it will end Super Eagles' dream. Cameroonians boast. I love that. Let's see how it will happen. And FG releases admission list for Unity schools. Buhari rejects 17 more bills and assents to 9. All of this and much more on the front page of The Guardian.
We also have the Punch newspaper here. It says here, reactions as Buhari bows to pressure. Suspends RUGA. Disarm herdsmen, Ohaneze tells federal government. Suspension meant to buy time, Afenifere Pandef say. It also says here, Obasanjo promised Afenifere AD governors restructuring in second term, according to Oshoba. It says, my government's performance in power supply not good enough, says Buhari there. Steel manufacturers threaten to lay off 20,000 workers. That is alarming. It says here, reps in rowdy session, some images there. PDP caucus splits. Chinda, Elumelu emerge as factional leaders. UN wants killing of Nigerians, others in Libya probed. Lagos community cries out as flood chases out residents. Federal government releases admission of 104 Unity schools, admission list of 104 schools. And finally, military parades 51-year-old and 14 others over alleged killing of Bade. That's what we have on the cover of the Punch.
And straight up to the Daily Sun, RUGA rested. That's it, just 2 words. RUGA rested. FG suspends headsmen settlement program amid commendation. That's the first rider. The second rider says interested states now to present development plan. And Obaseki fires 8 commissioners as court bars APC, police and others over assembly crisis. And remove fuel subsidy, US tells the federal government. You can see it right here. And sex toy shop scandal, Senator Abo weeps and apologizes. And let's see, Laity sues Anglican Church over amendment of canons. And that's page 5. All of this and much more on the Daily Sun.
The Vanguard newspaper is in my hands now. It says, why we're suspending RUGA implementation, according to the federal government. Oshimbajo meets governors. Suspension victory for all Nigerians, says Autumn. Ariwa youths give Buhari Southern leaders 30-day ultimatum on implementation. Ultimatum insulting, provocative, says Afenifere. Pandef to Buhari, beware of the Ariwa youths if you're not part of the plot. There's a Naira watch here. Naira watch says the Naira depreciates to 360.61 Naira to the dollar in the INE window. There's a spotlight report here. When death lurks in Nigeria's airspace, pages 30 and 31 have a little on that. It says oil marketers received $3.6 billion from CBN for fuel importation. That's from NPC there. How corruption worsens Oshodi Apapa Road gridlock. And finally, on June 12, it says, how Obasanjo others conceived ING. That's what we have on the cover of the Vanguard.
That's all we can take on the headlines and papers this morning. We'll take this short time out. We'll be back with some gist in the kitchen.
All right, welcome back. It's still Wake Up Nigeria, and of course it's that time of the show where we update you on the traffic situation around Lagos. Please note that you can always be a part of this segment by sending us a message on any of our social media platforms. Let us know what the traffic situation where you are is like, and you could take a traffic selfie. Great. All right, so now let me update you on what the traffic situation on the Ikorodu Road is like this morning, especially if you're making your way to the island. And lest I forget, people, of course, I've got my gang in the kitchen with me this morning. And of course, they'll be updating us on the traffic situation on social media. Hi, guys.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Why are you guys looking dull? What's going on?
Dull? I'm far from dull. I'm excited.
Great. All right, let's keep the energy up. Great, fantastic. All right, so yes, the Ikorodu Road this morning, yeah, so here, the traffic situation, it get that CB on the Ikorodu Road this morning. So it's in there here and there, but it's, so from Maryland, yeah, there is traffic, not so serious, but kind of light traffic, approaching Anthony, light traffic as well, and then going towards Obanikoro, the traffic, there's no traffic situation actually, it's quite free. But then approaching the Igbobi Hospital area, it gets quite dicey, not so serious, but there is a bit of light traffic in that area. And let's see what the traffic situation at Jibowu is like. Yes, so approaching Jibowu, there is traffic, but not so serious. And then on the Yaba axis this morning seems pretty free. So that could be an alternative route that you'd like to take if you're going to the island this morning. Yes, so approaching the Eco Bridge, there's traffic here and there, not so serious traffic happening there this morning. And the Eco Bridge this morning actually has light traffic. So it gets tight, at some spots, but altogether it's quite light this morning. All right. So any updates, guys, on social media?
All right, so there are quite a few updates. There's some tweets that I'm trying to find the first original tweet. I'm trying to figure out whether it's some kind of explosion or some kind of alarming fire that happened to be coming from a particular area early this morning. I'm trying to find the source of this tweet at Akogun Taryor. Okay. Was there an explosion? Heard it's a loaded tanker, not a pipeline. Ijegun along Ikotun. So I'm not sure. That's 5 minutes ago. Yeah, trying to still find
people are reporting it. It says a pipeline explosion at Isheri Ijegun area.
So someone is saying it's not the pipeline. They're saying it's just a loaded tanker, which is, I don't want to say just. a loaded tanker.
If you happen to be around that area,
Yes.
please be very careful. Please, it's important.
And if you have
And
any
be
more
patient.
information, please tweet it to us and use
Yes, please.
our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
Yeah.
All right. So if you can see the screen right now, this is the Ajah axis of Lagos State this morning. So if you're making your way from Ajah towards, okay, I think I'm going backwards. All right, so if you're making your way from Ajah towards the Victoria Island area of Lagos this morning, that's the traffic situation as you can see on your screen. Yes, oh my world, the Lekki Conservation Center this morning is pretty tight, people. All right, see, look at that red over there. It's quite tight. And then it gets quite free, but yeah, just here and there. And look at the Lekki Phase 1 axis. Can you see that area of Lagos State this morning? It's pretty free, not so many red lines as you can see on your screen. And yeah, so apparently the traffic situation at the Lekki Phase 1 Lekki area of Lagos this morning, it's not so serious. It's light traffic, relatively light traffic basically. And the Lekki Ikoyi Bridge, as you can see, is, well, you'd expect traffic on the Lekki Ikoyi Bridge, but it's not so serious apparently. And well, the rains are in, so you'd expect traffic here and there, you know, in Lagos. So yeah, that's it. All right, so let's see what the Ikoyi area looks like. Ooh, look at that. Look at the Ikoyi area. All right, so if you're, the Bodilon actually is quite free at this moment. Gerald Road, Alexandra Road, pretty free. But the Akin Adeshola Road this morning, Ozumbambadiwe, it's quite tight, but Ozumbambadiwe is kind of free. Not so serious traffic, but you'd expect that because of the traffic lights in that area, you'd expect traffic just at different pockets of the Ozumbambadiwe Avenue, not so serious. All right, so I think we've been able to help with the traffic situation if you're watching us right now online on your way to work. I hope you're not driving. Oh, I really hope you're not driving, but I really hope we've been able to help. All right, guys, that's all on the traffic updates this morning. What are we talking about?
All right, so there's often a sanitation, it's a sanitation day.
Yes,
so
Thursday
usually
morning.
traffic doesn't start yet until there's like a ready, set, go, and then everybody just goes out at the same time.
Especially around 9 a.m.
Yeah, around 9 a.m. So it should be getting tougher. So if you are leaving home, if you have to go anywhere, it might be best to leave like right now so that you don't get stuck.
And you know, talking about leaving now, MM wasn't here when I mentioned it earlier. I just want to give a quick shout out to my mom. You know, sometimes being retired doesn't necessarily mean that you're all done with whatever it is you're doing. This morning at about past 4 a.m., someone came banging on our gates.
Oh yeah, I heard that gist.
And then, and then they called my mom to come help give birth. It was, I don't know.
Did they take her to the hospital?
No, at home. My mom had to help them at home.
Seriously gave birth at home?
The woman went into labor, so mommy had to help her. And they didn't have anything, so gloves, everything. My mom had to take it there.
You know, my husband has gone through that kind of situation before where, yeah, he was actually on his way to the office in the early hours of the morning, and on his way, like at the estate gates, he saw this woman in pain. And then, you know, the husband was confused, was trying to get a vehicle. You know, so my husband actually had to help, you know, rush them to the hospital. You know, so he was, you know, all over the place. He was quite, oh my God, he was looking, are you okay? Are you fine? The woman was in serious pain, like she was in labor, but well, she made it. And every time that man sees him, he's like,
it's one of the sweetest things, like being involved in a birth. It's one of the sweetest.
Let me tell you, Mike. So yes, that actually brings me to, I know you want to talk about something, sorry, but that actually brings me to my labor experience with LC. You won't believe that my water broke at the supermarket.
At the supermarket?
Yeah, my water broke in the supermarket.
No way!
So what happened was, because I was observing my contractions. Yeah. Yeah, but so at about 5 p.m. when I noticed that my contractions were getting really heavier, and the time space between were becoming shorter, and so then I just told my husband that, oh yeah, so we need to go to the hospital now, you know, because I'm one of those people that really, you know, I understand my body really well. So at that point, he was like, okay, what do I do? Like, I'm like, just take the bag to the car. Take a deep
you were
breath.
all calm.
Yeah, I was calm. I was calm. Yeah, I was calm. Trust me. I didn't panic. I was, so, he went in, said a little prayer, came out. Okay, can we go? So on our way, I was like, oh my God, I think I forgot something. I need to get something to the supermarket. So I stopped at the supermarket.
Oh, no.
So one of the sales guys saw me. And then there's this lady who was shopping. So she was just going on that. She was just doing her thing while my husband was trying to get what I wanted. And then the man just said to the woman, Auntie, you better shift from this woman. Or you realize she won't ball for here. Or, yeah, And before I knew, my water just went splat.
Oh, no.
On the floor, And I just told my husband, we need to go now. Yeah, so, yeah.
Oh,
I will never forget that experience.
Now, that's a story
Never.
you need to keep in. You need to can that one for your kids.
I know.
Yeah.
And tell them about it one day.
I know.
Okay,
I can
so
see Mike's
Mike
face.
is ready
Mike
to
is
go.
He's freaking out.
It was very easy. The director can just put just 3 shots.
Cut you off.
Like, I really shouldn't be part of this discussion, but then I think a big...
you're going to experience that someday.
Shout out to ladies. I think ladies are very powerful people.
Oh.
They really are. So, and which is why respect for ladies is paramount. Respect. Respect, like I talking about the recent issues that have come up, and I've been so passionate about it, even though I've not gone on social media as much as everybody. But what happens is that on social media, I don't threaten to block people. I don't go, if you're an apologist, I don't do that.
Block you.
Same I tell you guys, I don't say what I want to do. No. So when I just see it, I don't even tell people that I just blocked 10 people. No. You are out. Once I just see the way you start your something and you start saying rubbish and you are an apologist, a rape or whatever, you're out. I mean, look at what a woman has to go through. And then somebody is beating a nursing mother or something, or even beating a lady when she's pregnant, and you hear things like that. Come on, man. But Senator apologized yesterday, and even though I felt like the apology, you see, he had to read the apology. He had to read the apology. It didn't seem, it didn't seem, even though Baba broke down in tears.
I listened to an interview he did yesterday, because there was an interview where he was asked questions over the phone. And he said that this was his version of the story. His sister, he got reports that his sister, he got a phone call that his sister was at that shop.
Okay.
She was being assaulted. And he had to, that's why he had to rush down there with an ambulance and policemen to try to salvage, the situation or what was going on, because, he didn't have an idea what was going on. That was his own version of the story. And then the interviewer asked him, was your sister in the video? He said no. That at the time, she had been taken outside. So he was, trying to find out what was going on, and all of that. So
Mary has a lot on her mind.
That's the prelude to
okay,
this.
so the truth is, no matter what the situation was at any point in time, you don't take out your anger on someone with physical
physical assault, yeah.
If he was screaming and ranting, it's one thing, but to actually continuously assault someone, I don't think an apology is enough. That's just me.
No,
I don't
the
think
apology is okay.
Yeah.
But you see,
I don't think it's enough.
No, it's okay. You serve
the trauma.
Yeah, no.
I
My
probably
point is,
have nightmares
my point
thinking
is,
of those slaps. Don't you understand? These are things my lawyer would take. Do you understand? And keep in my back pocket. That
whatever
the
Constitution requires as punishment for him, he should apologize and do whatever needs to be done.
Yeah.
I feel the girl should file charges,
I think
and
so
at the
too.
minimum, file charges, and then he gets to pay. He will pay. That's the minimum. That's the lowest that we can
So,
take.
Mike, I saw the
file
full video,
charges
10
and all of
minutes
that.
long yesterday.
So
The
that's
full
just
video,
it.
the video before he came in.
Yeah.
If you were coming to fight for your sister, as you said, because if you go on YouTube, just put Senator slaps. In fact, YouTube will finish it for you. This man came in with ladies, calmly. You are not coming to fight, and you will not barge or charge into the shop. You will not walk in casually and still look and wait for your turn or something. You would come in aggressively, right? So he's standing, according to what we could see.
Yeah.
He spoke to the lady. The lady was making a phone call. You're trying to tell the lady that I did follow you talk and everything now.
Yeah.
The other person says, calm down now. Why will you try to drag our phone and everything? Next thing, you rain slaps. And now you're saying you. So even if you came to defend your sister.
He has apologized. Whatever the story actually is, you know, God will sort it out. God will sort it out. God will sort it out. Because this one to me, okay, you know what? We have to take a break.
Yeah,
we can't keep talking about this. We have to take a break. But I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to reserve my comments.
We'll be back.
I'll be a Kardashian. I'll go to law school. Don't worry.
My name is Aremu Anoluwapo. I'm a student of the Department of Linguistics, African and Asian Studies, University of Lagos. Yoruba Lingo is a word cross board game built with the Yoruba language. So it is the first African indigenous word cross board game. So it was built to facilitate the spirit of learning and fun. Building Yoruba Lingo took about 14 months. Then within those 14 months, we built the tiles, the board, and other things that it's required for the game to be properly made. First, I was using papers to design the tiles. So I would use my biro to write letters and figures. Then I'll cut it to the sizes that I think it's okay. So after doing that, then I moved ahead to build the board with cardboard. So I use blue, black, and red pen to draw the lines. So we have about 21 by 21 cubes. So the total is about 400 and something cubes on the board. I also discovered that students they prefer speaking English compared to our native African languages. So I just thought bringing up an idea like this might give them zeal to learn the Yoruba language. So it's about putting what they might have interest in. You know, if you have interest in something, it would prompt you to, you know, go deep into what the thing is about. The numbers of people that can play the Yoruba Lingo game ranges from at least 2 to 5. So it's just about pulling letters from the sack, then you put it on your rack, or a kind of small plastic that we would give in the game. Then you arrange it, then you use those alphabets to form words, then you place it on the tiles like a normal word cross game. You can, the words that you can find on the Yoruba Lingo game is vast. You can find any Yoruba language word on it. So you can't really say the amount of words in a particular language. It is not possible. So there are numerous words that can be played. Once it is valid, it is playable. On the Yoruba Lingo board, we had Isodokpo lẹ́tà, Isodokpo ọ̀rọ̀, Isodokpo lẹ́tà lẹ́ẹ̀mejì, Isodokpo lẹ́tà lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ta, Isodokpo ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀mejì, Isodokpo ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ta. Those ones are to give points to the alphabets with figures on the tiles that you are dropping on those boards, just like the normal word cross board games that we have all over the world. What we hope to get, what I hope rather to get from Yoruba Lingo is that I'm hoping to reduce the negative attitude of people towards African languages in general and to the Yoruba language in particular. Then also to create a kind of avenue to ease the acquisition of second language learners of the language. Then to also present African languages on a better platform, because if we are having innovative ideas like this, African native speakers would be encouraged. I feel they will be encouraged to make use of their languages.
All right, welcome back. Let's take a look at our social media handles at TVC Connect on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Now, there's something we have done. Our hashtag has now been modified. It's not just Wake Up Nigeria now. It's hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. So that's the hashtag for the show, Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. Now, I know a number of you still put up Wake Up Nigeria. It will take some time for you to, of course, get accustomed to the new hashtag, but we'll keep at it. We'll do Wake Up Nigeria, and then we'll do Wake Up Nigeria on TVC, okay? So it's a throwback. I wanted to do some throwbacks. I don't know if any of the ladies, I saw Titi's throwback. Titi has like numerous throwbacks. I don't think MM put up anyone. Yeah, but let's see. Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. Okay. There's someone that already given a shout out. Okay, this is a long time ago, because some people had already used this hashtag a while back, but we are bringing it back. It's hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. Okay, not just TVC now. Like you can see there, it is on TVC. I'm sure you can definitely get to see what we're doing there. All right, so yeah, let's see if we can see Titi. Titi, where do you? Titi's throwback is here.
Okay.
Can we see that? Can we see that? Titi's throwback is here. Titi's throwback is here.
Really?
So as at this time,
skinny gone for good.
This is the picture you got. Oh my God.
This is what's expression doing there?
Wow. Okay.
What's expression doing there?
This is 2007 or.
What's expression doing there?
I was on the expression billboards, trucks, packets, and all that.
How much did they pay you for this parole? How much did you get for this
Not
parole?
enough, man.
It never is.
Everybody always claims it's not enough.
Because you know, it's interesting you should mention that, because we talked about, you know, some people that were still owing us money. Just saying. Just, you know, calling someone out right now. Yeah. It's still on the packets till now. And, I have to do something about that, but that's another story for another day.
Okay, yeah. So that was Titi. That was Titi.
Wow, thank you so much.
All right, so let me go back to our previous hashtag, Wake Up Nigeria. Like I said, we're moving to Wake Up Nigeria on TVC, but because we are just getting into that hashtag, it will take some time for you to get accustomed to it. So let's look back, Wake Up Nigeria, and a number of people are sending in their birthday shout-outs. Now, this is what happens. Don't send it on the day. Now, we give shout-outs on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You probably would need to send them a day prior to that time for us to get it on air. But maybe with social media, let me see if I can rush up. Who's this fine girl? We must give her a bit. Did we give a shout out to? Did we give a shout out?
What?
Happy birthday to Adeoye Abimbola, 3rd of July, Kotsi Mayowa, Easy Life Hotel Crew, 015, hashtag Wake Up Nigeria. Okay, that's all we can see on social media. So happy birthday.
There's actually something on social media right now.
Happy birthday. Can we?
Yeah, just refresh.
I wanted to see fine girls' face.
Refresh Wake Up Nigeria on TVC.
You don't want to put fine girls'
Wake Up
picture
Nigeria
there,
on TVC,
yeah?
Okay, let me
just don't have too much of a laugh.
Okay. Let me see.
Have you seen it, Mike?
I haven't seen it yet.
Maybe just uploaded her throwback picture.
And it was actually on February 14, 2011.
2011?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I've seen it. Hopefully, oh wow! Look at Mary. But you had more cheeks then, though. You had more cheeks.
I still have cheeks now.
Not really. Not like this. Like this is a lot of cheeks.
Like a lady of Apostles lady.
Yeah, that's the way I used to be. Still am whenever the makeup is off.
Oh. But as in, it's interesting to see your throwbacks. I would love to see all your throwbacks at home as well. Send them in. Send them in.
Okay, so if you can drop in one now just before we go up, we'll put it on there. Just let's see your throwback.
Throwback pictures.
Let's see your throwback.
Find Michael.
I've been here all this while. I've not seen the throwback. I've seen you. I'm not tired.
Throwback pictures.
I'm not tired.
I want to see them.
I'm looking for them. I don't know if to look for throwback.
What's your throwback picture?
If you have a throwback picture of Mike Messikeno, please, if you can find one online.
You want him to disown those people?
Use our hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC.
Many of you don't know. Many of you don't know. I have a younger brother. So
Story.
You don't. You're not.
You know. You're
your pictures. You I think it's me. A long time.
Mike actually didn't look bad. Yeah, I've seen his throwback pictures like back in the day. He didn't look bad at all.
For real?
Yeah.
So he looks terrible now, eh?
Yeah, he looks terrible now. He looks way better.
Okay, so send it in, and we can. I'm trying to check out if we have some comments.
Mike is going to come for you later.
On our discussion on apologies to all of us. Some people are dropping comments here, coming in, but let's just keep. Let's let our part slide. We're doing a throwback on pictures. If you can send in any pictures of yourself, we'll definitely. This person, okay. So Raman.
Oh my gosh! I just saw a throwback of Mike that I would definitely upload. It looked like he was maybe 15, but of course I'm sure he wasn't.
I told you I have a younger
I'm taking
brother.
a screenshot now.
Someone says
you see it on Twitter now.
One, and it's so cute.
I'm coming for you now. You're next. So Mike, you should remember.
Mary, calm down. Calm your blood down.
Hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. Yeah, go and check it.
We're not taking it.
You must take it. No, it's too late.
We've uploaded it.
We've uploaded it.
That's all.
Oh yeah,
can
Mike,
take on
that's
social
not
media
all.
segment
Go
this
and check.
morning.
There's just one more.
No, there's
Every
one
time.
more, Mike. No.
We'll take this time
Yes,
out now,
Mike's
and we'll
picture
come back
is on
with the
Wake Up
second
Nigeria
hour of the
on
show.
TVC, the hashtag.
Oh.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so gladly we hail by the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched. We're so gallant. Well, can you push your camera? That's my real country.
Wow, Mike Messikeno.
Happy Independence, US. It's the 4th of July. Happy Independence.
Let's just do the last line. From the land of the free and the home of the brave. It's Wake Up Nigeria if you're wondering where you are.
Welcome back, an excellent morning to you. If you are just joining, you've not missed so much. Just 1 hour gone. We'll still have an hour and 45 minutes to go, but then it's your premium breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria.
No matter where you're watching us from, we're here just for you. My name is Titilayo Oyinsan.
And I am Mike Messikeno. We are streaming live at tvcontinental.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect. Use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC to send in your comments across Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter.
Very important. We're really looking forward to those messages coming in, and of course we're available for download. Our app is available for download. You can't download us, but you can download the app on Android or iOS stores. Watch us from anywhere in the world, especially if you're American today, you know. Add us to your programming for July 4th.
You should. Now, of course, you'd expect that something is always bound to happen in the kitchen. And, well, MM, you want to tell us what we have in the kitchen this morning?
Yes, in the kitchen with me this morning is Chef Nina. Good morning, Emma.
Good morning.
Yes, and this morning she's making quite an array of meals, you know. So we have, you guys, well, let's not let the cat out of the bag yet. You just stay tuned and keep watching. Yeah. And, you know, you see its display itself in all its glory.
Definitely sure,
Can't wait.
I mean, I'm definitely sure that you have things under control there. I trust you.
You know me now, trust me.
We have quite a lot on our lineup for today. Our first performance of the day is from rapper Ibaralu Scott. better known as Young Rex. Then joining us on Book Chat for today is the author of the book, Why You Must Lead, Ernest Ademola Ehigye.
And then, of course, there's music today, which is the soul, food of the soul. And then, of course, we have a live band performing for us this morning, Shola Silva and his Genesis Band International.
Then for art display, we have a photographer, Oluwashino Mofelere. He's going to be giving us a feel of his journalistic style, documentary style images. Yeah, it's a lot of tongue twisters there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It is.
but that photography looks amazing.
Amazing.
Amazing stuff. There's so much that can happen with just one photograph. There's someone that was really photographed for, Michael Jackson was photographed so well, even back in the day. There's some pictures of him when he was a child that the texture of those pictures still looks so great today. And it just makes you wonder about how we keep records of things. So like now we're looking for throwback pictures of all of us, and we couldn't really find like that many of everybody. But if you, get into photography.
If you go to the TVC handle now, you see Mike's own though.
Yeah,
It's
Mike.
probably like less than 5 years. But
Okay. It's still
Definitely.
a throwback.
Okay,
It's
so
still a
just
throwback.
for me, I just want to give a big shout out to my American friends. Happy Independence Day. Someone said America wants to always be the watchdog of the world. And then, well, I know the person, there's a time when this discussion came up and said, like, someone defined success as impacting the world with investment of your personality. So America has done so much with themselves that they feel, or they've got to a point whereby they feel that, okay, yes, we can direct the world in the way we want it to go.
True.
And, well,
So Mary and,
big shout out to them.
Mary and I were at the American consulate on, was it Tuesday?
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night, where they did their 4th of July celebrations 2 days early. Quite a lot of the crew at TVC were there, and it was really impactful to see how they keep to their traditions. We saw the soldiers marching, and we saw how they respect their flag and how they all stood still while singing their national anthem. And it just,
You're talking about
made
anthems,
me
right?
feel like we could probably do more,
it could.
to show love for our country. Like they show so much love for their country. It's actually like pure love, It's not like someone forced you. It's real. And
well,
that's
whatever the
different.
case, you were going to say something, Mike.
But we have to go. We don't have time. We don't have time. Let's head over to the...
Ben. All right, so here with me in the kitchen this morning is Chef Nina.
Thank
Hi.
you. Good morning, MM.
Good morning.
Yeah.
So nice of you to join us. And guess what, people? We are making, like I said earlier on, we are making an array of, we are making a platter. This is what you call a platter.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yes.
There's smoothie, there's salad, there's gizzard kebab.
Yeah, plantain
Yes,
kebab.
there's
So
plantain.
basically, we are making plantain gizzard kebab. Yeah. And then we have our salad as a side dish. And that goes along with a smoothie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So let's talk about our smoothie.
Okay. So here we have the pineapple,
Yeah.
the banana, the apples, the cucumber, you have the yogurt and the coconut water.
Okay.
So we're going to blend everything together. It's yummy
I
and it's
know.
super healthy.
No.
Fantastic for you to...
I know, right? Yes. Listen, you had me in mind for
Yes, I
the
did.
smoothie
Yes,
this
yes.
morning. Oh, great.
So this is my gizzard.
Oh,
Trying to-
cooking already.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us what ingredients you use in seasoning it.
Okay, I added little water.
Okay.
There's pepper, there's onions, there's curry, there's thyme, there's crayfish.
Oh, crayfish.
Yes, just very little.
Oh, okay, just to give it a little more taste,
Yes,
more
yes,
flavor.
yes.
Fantastic. Okay, so for our, I don't know where to start from, because here you have vegetables, you have the salad. So let's
Yes.
talk about the salad.
All right.
What are we working with for our salad?
Okay, so here we have the boiled egg, we have the cucumber, we have the carrots, we have the sweet corn, the cabbage, and then we have spring onions.
Okay.
And this is my salad cream.
Okay.
And then we have the lettuce.
Okay.
So this is going to go down.
Okay.
well arranged.
I like the way you said it. It's going to go down.
Yeah, it's going to go down.
Like it's going to go down.
It's going to go down the system this morning.
Yeah.
It's cold, so we need to, you know.
Yeah, and well, the weather, it's quite hot. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's quite cold. Did I say hot? Yeah. I was looking at the geyser. It was quite hot. Yeah, it's pretty cold this morning. It's a cold morning. Yeah. And I'm liking that all of these flavors are just going to wake us up, basically. Nothing peppery, just, you know, pretty light.
Yeah, pretty
simple,
light. And
easy meal.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're just going to wait for our geyser to get ready. We're going to fry up our plantains, and then we are going to layer them on our kebab stick later on. Yeah?
Yes.
Fantastic. Great stuff happening here on the show, guys. Do not forget, we still have a fantastic performance from Young Rex coming up next. Stay with us.
Ibarlu Scott Peters, better known by his stage name Young Rex, is an upcoming Nigerian rapper, singer, songwriter, and also an aspiring architect. He has a zone out session and has freestyled alongside the likes of Dremo, YC, Iceberg Slim, and much more. And he beat them. He beat them in those freestyle sessions, did you? It's great to have you. You're welcome. So you do rap music, right? Yes. How long have you been in the game?
5 years.
Okay.
I think so, 5 years.
Now, there's something I've always wanted to ask. How important or how important is freestyling in the career or in the art of a rapper?
Well, it boosts your craft. It actually helps you, you know, think when you're
I said every rapper should be a freestylist, or freestyling would help you?
Well, yeah, I think so. I think so. Not everybody can freestyle. Not every rapper can freestyle, but I feel if you can, it's a plus because it helps you think when you're composing and when you're writing songs.
That's very true.
It helps a lot.
All right. Young Rex is in the house, and I'm looking forward to this. You're performing what song now? Lagos Vibes.
Lagos Vibes, yeah.
Take it away, man.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, Ogbeni, stop there. Nibo don't law. Stop there.
Oga Bouncer. I'm Young Rex. I'm performing today's show.
What's in the Young Rex? Young Jolamo. Explain yourself, Oga.
I beg, let me check your list again. I did perform today. They don't call me.
You know what this? I say artists they don't confirm. They don't dance. What they talk for outside?
Oga Bouncer, where they come from far now? They come from all the way from the cartoon.
Oga, go outside with all this 500 naira. Oga, go outside. I'm a friend, but oh yeah, come on, back. Kill it, so.
Man, it's crazy, man. Yikes. Hey, my people, I want to dinner. Say one time for B City, one time for Last Giddy. Before like that Kendrick song, I know we gon' be alright. Book ourselves there, or should I say Mama Put? I'm a la fufu for vivo and a way to soup.
Today is the U.S. Independence Day. You know, New York. Nice. Well done.
Thank you so much for that one.
Yes. Now it's time.
Welcome back. It's Wake Up Nigeria. So much has been going on the show. And here with me in the kitchen this morning is Chef Nina. And we are making gizzard plantain kebab with salad as a side dish and banana smoothie. Yes? We're good? We're good. Fantastic. All right, so let's talk about the ingredients for our plantain and gizzard kebab, and then we move on slowly to our salad.
All right. Okay, so I'm just trying to fry the gizzard, and when I'm done, I'm going to make a sauce with it, with my veggies. You can see my onions, my spring onions, then the bell peppers, just to make a little sauce.
Okay.
Then I get my gizzard plantain kebab ready. Then I arrange it with the plantain.
Okay.
Then I move to my smoothie. So here we have the pineapple, the banana, the apples. You can see some ice. Yeah, cucumber.
And coconut water.
Yeah, coconut water. You can see down there.
Yeah.
And then my yogurt. So I'm going to add everything and then blend it together for that delicious, sumptuous taste.
I'm telling you, this is what you call a rich smoothie.
Yeah.
This smoothie has a lot of amazing elements in it, and I can't wait for it to be ready. So we're going to blend this up later on. And let's go over to our gizzard. Ooh, our plantains are getting ready. Okay. So just in case you're trying to figure out what exactly we're trying to make here. So of course, we all know what a kebab is, but just in case you don't know what a kebab is, it's when you, so there's a kebab stick. You can have, so this does not exist without the kebab, yeah, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so this basically just holds all of the elements or the ingredients you're using. So for example, we're making use of plantains and gizzard this morning.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So we have our, so you just layer on your plantain, your gizzard, and some of the vegetables I'm making use of here, right?
Perfect.
That's it, basically, so that you have an idea of what it is that we're doing this morning. Fantastic.
Something you could serve as breakfast, as a side meal. When you have a small gathering and you don't want to get cooking jollof rice and the rest, you just make a gizzard and then you're good to go.
So let me get you a plastic spoon or spatula. I'll keep things off for that. Nice. Ooh, thank you. You need a plate?
Yeah, I do. Thank you.
Okay, I'll help you with that shortly. All right. So, you're just joining us this morning. We are making gizzard plantain kebab. Very easy, people, to make. Yeah, we actually never did talk about our salad ingredients.
Oh, all right, for sure. I had to get a salad in our menu because I know some people enjoy their plantain with salad instead of the gizzard and the smoothie. So you have plantain by the side and you have salad for the men who are still looking for six packs and you know
something healthy.
Yeah, something
just
healthy.
This healthy meal as a side dish.
Yes.
All right. And they actually have well, when you work with vegetables, basically you expect some amazing nutritional benefits from it, because then you have your carrots here, you have your cucumber, and you have your sweet corn carrot. Basically, that's going to give you like lots of vitamins and minerals to enrich your immune system. And then you have your eggs here, proteinous. It's like the icing on the cake.
Yeah, and it helps with digestion.
Yeah.
Because when you eat something like vegetables, your system gets to, digest the food properly.
Yeah, properly,
Or like when you eat plenty carbs, you get to have issues with your bowel movement.
So let's help let the plantains, some of them are getting ready. Let's make sure they don't burn, because we have to enjoy every bit of what we're making this morning on the show.
You have to savor it.
Yeah, amazing. Fantastic. So kebabs basically are like desserts, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So they're like, you could serve them at, events, or
you
let's say you're having like a few friends over and you want to just, do something different.
Something
not every time rice and stew.
Yeah, not every time rice and jollof.
Right.
The Nigerian syndrome.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you can't go to any party without, even though it's like a must-have.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's still some people who would definitely ask for a jollof, but, just something a little more sophisticated. Yeah.
They're all nice, don't get me wrong, but something very light.
Something light, give me something light. I'm liking that. All right. So our gizzard's almost ready. Okay.
So I forgot to tell you, I'm using coconut oil to fry the gizzard.
Yes. Coconut oil, people.
The keto family.
I mean, like, if you're on the keto diet, this is what you should be using: coconut oil. They are so. I mean, like, it's one of the most healthy
healthiest
oils. Yeah. Very healthy. Very, very healthy.
And it's natural.
Very natural.
From the coconut.
I saw that earlier on. So it's just that the process is quite long.
Yeah,
you have to do it yourself.
Yeah. It's really strenuous, but it's rewarding.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's good for the skin. It's good for the hair. Yeah. It also helps. It also has antioxidants that also help.
Yeah, and it has anti-inflammatory properties.
Yes. Great.
So it's super healthy.
All right. Our gizzard is almost ready.
Yeah.
That's coming out really nice.
Yeah, sure.
Very, very nice. So once our gizzard is ready, we are going to fry with our tomatoes.
Yes.
Tomato paste.
Yes.
Then we have like a tomato blend, which we are allowing thaw because it's like quite frozen. And we are going to get to that in a bit.
Yeah.
Nice. Look at that.
So
gizzard.
the gizzard is
really
ready.
Nice.
Yummy.
Looks really nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Mike likes gizzard, guys, just so you know.
So Mike is going to have a good time this
morning. Yes, he is.
I can see.
He is. Okay. So you need me to get the tomatoes?
I would love to blend. Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Just
Great.
very little.
All right. So I'll just get that and pour it in a bowl. Because it's quite... it's still iced, though. But I'll just, pour out what I can from it. All right. Okay. So that's Nina. What actually inspired today's meal, though? Just wanted to know.
I think my husband, he's always asking for something light. Whenever you ask him, what are you going to eat for breakfast? He'll just say, something light. Just use the initiative. So
wow.
I had to figure it out.
Okay.
Something light.
That is not bread. That element on the show.
Yeah, sure.
Nice.
Yeah, that is not bread and oats. So I had to figure this out.
It's almost the weekend, so you have something, to spice up your kitchen.
Yeah. Something like
Give your children something to look forward to this weekend.
Yes, very, very important.
Surprise them with this plantain chicken. So you cannot, you don't have to use gizzard. You could use chicken, you could use
chicken. Yeah, sure. Just anything you have around you.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so once our tomato paste is ready, we're going to toss our gizzard in, fry it up a little, and then start to layer it on. Oh, great stuff happening here on the show. I'm so excited.
Me too.
Next is our live band performance by Shola Silver Band. You're going to enjoy this one. And as we all know, it's the weekend. We are counting down to the weekend. I'm super excited.
Introduction torí Ọlọ́run. Èmi ni Shirley Silver, Mr. Fadaka o. Ẹ máa gbọ́ o. I'm here to make you happy. TVC Entertainment la wà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́.
Okay. I feel like I'm a part of the band already, but I'm not. This is Shola Silver and his Genesis band, and I'm sure you're ready to get your groove on. Oh yeah.
Torí pé entertainer lọmọ yẹn. Lọmọ yẹn. Fàájì unlimited on your situation. That is my song. Ilé bí kíkọ́, Fàájì unlimited on your situation. Lórí TVC. That is my job. Dance away your sorrow. Everybody matter. Dance away your sorrow. Rejoice and dance to our music. Dance away your sorrow. Dance away your sorrow. Dance away your sorrow. Rejoice and dance to our music. Dance away your sorrow. Push. Oya torí Ọlọ́run, onílù mi já wọn sí. Ẹ̀tùngbà o.
We are ever so glad that we've been able to put a 100-meter smile on your face over the past 2 hours.
Put a smile on your face.
Yes.
No matter condition.
Wow.
There's so much more coming your way this last 45 minutes of the show. I am Mike Mexican.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. Now, another way you can watch us is to stream live with us. Please, if you need to leave the house, maybe leave the room, just take us with you. tvcontinental.tv and on Facebook Live at TVC Connect. Send in those comments. Lovely comments have been coming in so far. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
Yes, you should. That's it. Remember, hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. And then also you can download our app on both Android and iOS stores. The app would allow you to watch us, and not only that, you can also comment, send in pictures and all of that. You can interact with us via the app anywhere around the world once you have access to internet connection.
Now, music, they say, is the soul of life. That's why we have a live band already performed a little bit for us.
I was feeling them.
They will be back. They're going to be joining us on the show in just a bit. Shola Silva and his Genesis Band International.
Yeah, that's him. Let's feel him a bit.
Yeah. And for art display is all about photography today. Photographer Oluwashino Mefolere is going to be here, giving us a feel of his own photojournalistic documentary style images. Yes, it was a long one.
And then joining us for book chat is the author of the book Why You Must Lead, Ernest Ademola Ehige. We'll be talking about this important subject and why it is necessary.
Very important topic.
You know, it's ironic today is International Meat-Free Day. Then it's now Barbecue Day.
Oh, wow.
I'm telling you, and one other day like
There's
that.
so many
like,
days.
You're saying people should go meat-free.
I think I should have my own day. I think there
that
should be
put
like
in
a
the
Titi the Dynamite Day.
Of
I
course
don't know.
now. And you go there, everybody just put something and call it international. What makes it international?
Well, you never know.
First of all, if it's going to be international, that means a recognized international body that operates in more than 2 nations would have accepted it and ratified it.
If you Google, it actually is for the meat-free, but not for the barbecue.
I'm not doubting the day. No, I'm not doubting the day. What I'm saying is that there's a day for everything everywhere and all of that.
It's probably like a leather jacket day, you know. Probably like a sneakers day or something. There's always a day for everything.
You know.
But
let's just look Gizzard Day.
But you know, Wake Up Nigeria Day is coming.
Apple Day.
Wake Up Nigeria Day is coming.
That's
24th of this month is Wake Up Nigeria Day. Our 2nd anniversary is coming. Yeah. There are gonna be loads of things happening that day.
500.
What? I have no idea what you're talking about. But
252. What are you guys going on about this 441,000?
Does Mike look okay? Does he look okay?
Okay, but you know something happened on Tuesday. I attended an event that made me decide that my decision, my resolve to not relocate to America is very correct.
Oh, wow.
Like, all you get is junk.
Oh, food? Junk food? Oh, well,
Pizza,
I've heard...
noodles, what is this?
So,
I kept looking for, even if it's jollof rice, jollof.
Oh, wow.
Not anywhere.
So she's talking about the event we went for.
Yeah, but
I'm talking about my real country.
Their home food, their choices of meals, you know, are meals that keep them on the go. So they grab the food fast.
What was offered
That's the
to
truth.
you on that day.
No, that was what was offered. Yes,
doesn't mean that
they also
I dare tell you that when it comes to variety, man, we know reach.
But you have to also consider the fact that it's a country that is a combination of so many different ethnic groups, races from all over around the world who came together to then form that place. That's why they call it the land of the free, right? And the truth is, they take foods from all these countries and it creates like American food. Really,
you know, when we talk about American food, the first thing that comes to your mind is junk.
Junk. Well,
like the moment you talk American
talking
food.
about food, actually, I'm even more particular. It actually brings to mind the need for us to try. So I was writing down a list of things soups that I needed to make this weekend. And yeah.
More than one?
Yeah, I always make more than one soup. I make about 3 different soups.
Mike.
3?
Yeah.
See Mike.
I just put them in the
Mike
freezer.
is coming to your house.
yeah, it's true. So once a month I do that.
The Korodu is bigger now.
It's bigger than
I know, we don't have scumbia.
Wow. I don't want that one.
Don't have Titus.
Look, I want.
All right.
So yeah, I was looking at this, and then I realized that I think I've been recycling the same kind of soups over and over and over and over and over again. And I'm like, I was telling my nanny that we need to make something different. You know, I'm really looking forward to exploring different other tribals, like other ethnic groups, ethnic soups, like not Efo though, because we see Efo like it's easily accessible. But there's some really other meals like some fisherman soup. You know, like fisherman soup.
He's planning to come to your house to come and eat it too.
Black soup, exactly. You know, first time I heard of black soup from Edo State, I'm like, white soup.
Yeah,
no, I make white soup.
White soup is more.
It's a staple from where I come from. Yeah, it is. We have it pounded yam, so that's not a.
White soup and pounded yam. Original pounded yam, not poundo.
Okay.
If I want to make my husband happy, I just tell him, babes, you're having pounded yam this afternoon.
Ah, wow. He's on point.
He's all mine.
So my staple soups for egusi, ogbono, and stew.
Stew, yeah. Because the stew has to go every other thing.
Those are like our staples. Those are our staples. And then if any other odd thing will come along, you have to specially go and make it. But those ones must be there, standard in the fridge.
Okay.
Just sitting.
Ibrahim, you wanted to...
That is what you will do. That is why you are God, Jehovah. All of it, dìde. Sọ pé mo jọ láàrẹ. Mo jọ láàrẹ. Mo jọ láàrẹ. Mo jọ láàrẹ. Mo jọ láàrẹ o. TVC Entertainment wa. Ní kò sì ké tún gángan. Lórí wake up Nàìjíríà ni. Mo jọ láàrẹ. Mo jọ láàrẹ. Mo jọ láàrẹ. Mo jọ láàrẹ. Onílù yìí, mo ní gúdúgúdú kan ìyálù kan. Gúdúgúdú kan ìyálù kan. Oh yeah, I will lift up your name higher. I will lift up your name higher. Oh Jehovah, Alpha Omega. I will lift up your name higher. Oh Jehovah, Alpha Omega. I will lift up your name higher. Sọ pé ẹ̀tún gbà ó, ẹ̀tún gbà ó, ẹ̀tún gbà ó, ẹ̀tún gbà dáadáa, ẹ̀tún gbà ó. Lórí TVC tá wà lọ́wọ́, entertainment tó kì í bọ́bọ́, ẹ̀tún gbà ó. Lórí wake up Nàìjíríà tí ó, ẹ̀tún gbà ó. Ẹ̀yẹ ṣá máa tún gbà ó, ẹ̀tún gbà ó. Ó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ jíjọ́ ọpẹ́. Surely Silver, Mr. Fadaka. Èmi gángan lèmi o, wọ́n nífẹ̀ẹ́ lèmi ṣe mí. Èmi ni Surely Silver, Mr. Fadaka. Èmi gángan lèmi o. ṣe mí. Ó yá sọ pé wọ́n láàṣọ ọmọ méje. Wọ́n láyìílẹ̀ méje. Ọlọ́run dákun gbàdúrà mi. Kó tó dọjọ́ méje. Ó ti yá. Wọ́n láàṣọ ọmọ méje. Wọ́n láyìílẹ̀ méje. Ọlọ́run dákun gbàdúrà mi. Kó tó dọjọ́ méje. Mo ní gúdúgúdú kan ìyálù kan. Ó yá my helper o, my helper. My helper o, my helper. Yeah, there is something that makes me come into your presence. My helper. Jòfúdí máa kó sá lórí tèmi ṣọ́ọ́lì sí ìbàkọrin ọba. Mísà Fàdákà tàn sọ lórí TVC News. TVC News la wà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Lórí Wake-up Nàìjíríà, alóyin ló mú tán sọ. Mísà Fàdákà kọrin ọba. Ẹ ti gbọ́ o, ẹ ti gbọ́ ti lágbájá ẹ̀rẹ̀ tí gbọ́ ti tàmẹ́dò. Oríṣiríṣi jó lẹ́tí bá wọn jó. Ṣẹ́lí ti fàkọyọba Mr. Fàdákà ló ń bọ́ Jùfújì Makosa lórí TVC táwà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Oríṣiríṣi music lẹ́tí bá wọn gbọ́. Mi níyàn yìí ẹ sì máa gbọ́ wíríwí ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nu mi. Mi níyàn yìí ẹ sì máa gbọ́ wíríwí ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nu mi. Da sí mi o. Da sí mi o.
Welcome back to the studio. The live band keeping us entertained there in the garden. Yes, preparing us for the weekend. But we also have this deep love for art in all shapes and all forms. We have photographer here, Oluwashino Mefolere, and he's giving us a feel of his photojournalistic documentary style images. They capture the reality of everyday life with the intention to inspire individual and collective change in the society. Welcome to the studio.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so it's always interesting to meet a photographer and not see him with a camera in his hand. You know, to actually talk about your work, it feels like, you know, a really rare opportunity. Please talk to us a bit about how you come about your frames, you come about your images. Hmm?
Well, I am inspired by the things I see. I am inspired by the things I see everyday life, and sometimes I go about and I see certain things, so I put them into a word, and then I am hoping to get an image or go around looking for an image to express the words that I'm carrying in my mind.
Okay. So sometimes you have the word and then you're looking for something to describe it, and sometimes you have something that you're trying to describe.
Exactly.
Okay, fantastic. So is there a specific type of lens that you prefer to use? Are there different types of filters you prefer to use as a photographer? Talk to us about the technicalities.
Well, am I allowed to mention brand names?
Yes, well, in brief, yes, go ahead.
I use a Canon camera.
Okay.
Because of the environment that we are in, photographers, a lot of us are compelled to do just about all types of photography, really.
Okay.
So for starters, what we do, we buy lenses that can do more than just one thing.
Oh, okay.
But there are lenses for specific aspects of photography.
Like, so for instance, this that is right here on the couch with us, this image, is it the same lens you would use for this that you would use at, say, a wedding ceremony?
Funny enough, yes.
Really?
Yes.
I can actually achieve this with a normal wedding photo lens.
Yes, funny enough, the lenses used for photography, for wedding photography, are actually sophisticated type of lenses. I tell you, because the wedding photography has different aspects of it.
Of course.
You need to find portrait photography, you need to find food photography, and sometimes...
But you need to describe what's happening here. I know that he's holding a keg, a yellow keg, right? Is that a boy or a girl? It's a boy, yeah?
Yeah.
Where was this taken?
This was taken somewhere in Enugu.
Oh, wow. Okay. What were you trying to capture here?
Okay. For all of us, it has been said over and over again that life is indeed an ocean. And the keg here is what is working, is what I describe as something working for you. Okay. Every one of us have something that is working for us that we can use to stay afloat. And this message kind of resonates with the times that we are in, most especially with the high rate of suicide going on. So this is meant to encourage someone. There is something you can hold on to in the midst of the turbulence around you.
Turbulence, water, the color, the yellow color here. So much is happening in this picture. He's wearing yellow shorts, and then you have the yellow keg, and then the color of the water is also a little yellow. I don't know how you got that to work, but I really admire it. I want to talk a bit about this shot here. There's a candle in that picture, and it looks like two boys. So talk to us about it.
All right. The image you see here is an attempt to recreate what I experienced growing up. Okay. I was in an environment where we had old people tell us stories. Okay. And at the end of the stories, they try to teach us the morals of the story. Okay. So I attempt to replicate that experience using this image. And you will find out that the person at the extreme end, at the edge of the frame, is older than this one. This one is at the center of the picture because this is the generation next. Okay. This generation is fading away. That is why I have positioned it at the edge of the frame to depict the fading away of the older generation. The light you see there are virtues being passed down to us, everything that light represents.
Wow. Wow, amazing. All from one picture. And the gaze of the child is gazing so intently at that flame.
Yes.
The child isn't looking away.
Yes.
Concentrating.
The intention here is to tell us that in the actual sense, we are supposed to concentrate on the virtue being passed down to us because this generation is fading away. So our attention is what is being passed down and not on the people. Okay,
all right. Now let's talk a bit about this image. I'm still not very sure what the complete image is, but maybe you can tell us. It's a little, I don't know. I have so many opinions of my own. I want you to talk to us about it. Go ahead.
Well, very much like every artwork, what we try to do is initiate a thought process. Okay. This image is actually meant to initiate a thought process. Someone will look at it and just see a night market. A night market could represent a whole lot of things if you subject it to a lot of thinking. What I try to do here is to replicate the circle of life. Oh, wow. Again, very much like what I try to do to inspire.
Should I shift it closer to you so you can...
No, I can see it from here.
Okay.
Now, the light is the point of celebration. Okay. Now you see there are some people in the shadows. So I tag this the circle of life because all of us at some point in our lives we will come into light. So it's a circle of life because those in the light now will depart and then those in the shadow will emerge.
Wow. Okay. I like the fact that it's not in the normal color. Okay, so it's not a normal color I'm seeing. I'm seeing like a sort of burnt orange, like a hue, right? Was there a particular reason why you decided to filter it this way?
Well, funny enough, all of these came straight from the shot.
This shot is like, this
all
is
of
not
these came...
edited, it's not?
It was touched a bit,
Okay.
I must say. This was shot in Ibadan.
Oh, wow.
As at the time I was taking the image, the full implication did not dawn on me until I had taken the pictures and I put it on the system and I started analyzing it.
Wow.
So the colors essentially were not manipulated. They came in. But then, the colors themselves have their own interpretation.
It is very beautiful. I only wish we had time to keep going and keep talking about this. I know that we can see a lot more of this on your Instagram, and it's really, really a great pleasure to have you here.
Thank you very much.
Photography, it's a long lost love of mine. I started being in front of the camera instead of on it, behind it rather. But hey, we have to take a quick break now. Hopefully you've been having a lot of fun. Come back to us in just a bit. It's still Wake Up Nigeria.
It's great to have you back. Now I have Ernest Ademola Ehige, who is passionate and purpose-driven and is on a mission to bring God's agenda in leadership and governance. He's a thought leader and advocate for excellence in any leadership endeavor. He's here to share more insight and talk about his book, Why You Must Lead, a fresh perspective for extraordinary leadership. It's great to have you, Ernest.
Same here.
You are welcome.
Thank you so much.
This
Thank
is
you
a
for having
riveting
me.
book.
Thank you so much.
Why You Must Lead. In fact, from what you have here, you make it seem like leadership is a must.
It is a must.
Let's talk about the essence of leadership. Why must you lead?
The essence of leadership is the fact that, like you've already mentioned, it is a must. Unlike we've known before now, the knowledge that we have before now is that leadership is more of like secondary. After you've taken care of every other thing, then maybe you can talk about leadership. But the truth is that leadership is the reason why we exist. In fact, we are here today because of leadership. I mean, man would have still been living in the cave if not for leadership, because somebody thought about it that we can live in a better home instead of being in the cave. We can do better. We can have a better life, because leadership is service, is innovation, is creative thinking, is thinking the next level. What is the next big thing? What is the next thing to do? And so it is, in fact, we all go extinct. We'll go extinct without leadership. And so it is the key. It is most important in any subject of discussion. Yes, it is
something
most
that we
important.
greatly need in Africa as a continent.
Very,
to get us
very
where we are.
essential.
Now,
Very
the
essential.
second chapter in your book says, know your why.
Yeah.
Now, the book is titled Why You Must Lead. Now, but there has to be an understanding of that why.
Very
That's what you're
key.
saying in the second chapter.
Very key.
Let's expound on that.
Very key. Now, the subject of leadership as, more of like oversaturated. There's materials, there's book. Everybody tends to know what leadership is about. We've talked about where you should lead, who a leader should be, what are the characteristics of a leader. But the why, it's very key, which has not really been dealt with. And so the book talked about knowing your why, because if you don't know your why in any endeavor, even outside of leadership, you'll be beaten down. At every challenges, you'll be brought down to your knees every day. But the guys that know their why, they are the guys that stand out. They are the guys most times we call them the crazy ones, because they don't make sense. But that is the truth. That is what makes a man, a woman different. That is what makes you different. Yes, that's what makes you stand out as a leader or in any endeavor. So when you know your why, you'll be able to, even like I said in the book, that when you know your why, your voice will still be re-echoing, even when you've lost. I mean, you re-echo even when you've lost your voice.
I like that.
You will fly even when there's no wings.
I like that.
Thank
Now,
you.
chapter 3 and 4, lead for God, lead for you.
Yeah.
Let's see how fast. What do you mean by leading for God?
Yeah, basically, the fact that you have been deposited with immense potential. And it doesn't even matter if you believe in God or not, but at least you believe in Mother Nature. and there's a lot that has been deposited in you, it will be an ungrateful business to God and to our mother nature if you do not make use of those potentials.
So from what you're saying, I might deduce that you are someone that agrees in predestination. Can I say so?
Not necessarily in that sense.
Yeah,
not necessarily in that regard.
Gifts you were deposited were in you to also help people. So you have to understand that.
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, you said something, we're talking earlier, I said lead for you, and you made mention of how leadership is more of how we ourselves, not only are we serving people, but it is also an advantage for us. How is that so?
Very true. And I must say that it's more of like is the aspect that is a bit unconventional about the book.
You.
Yes, because a lot of us just believe leading is essentially for others. But the truth is that leadership makes you better. It sharpens you. It makes you better. A lot of us have built capacity. Don't forget, I said leadership is service. A lot of us have built capacity in the process of leading because we decided to lead, because we decided to serve. We become better people. So leadership first affects you. Leadership makes you better. Like, for example, it takes leadership to write a book because you want to serve humanity.
Exactly.
It's not just a business. And for me, the book has made me better even before you get to read it. So anybody that throw his or herself out to lead, to serve, becomes better even before others.
Right, now something you mentioned, which takes me to the final chapter of this book, Lead for Humanity. Yeah. And two people come to mind here, which you mentioned in this book, Dr. Ameyo Stella Adadevo and Professor Dora Akinyuli. Now, these are two women who I would say personify that statement, leading for humanity.
Exactly.
Let's talk about that.
In fact, I was blown away when I revisited their stories. I was blown away. I mean, at some point when I was doing research on Stella Adadevo, I broke into tears because I got a better picture
of what she did.
A massive sacrifice, not just for Nigeria, not just for Africa, but for the world.
For the world.
Because I mentioned that would have just wake up one day and Nigeria, Africa, and the world would be like a ghost land. But she decided, she knew what it was, but she decided to pay that sacrifice, even when it was not easy for her, even when it wasn't necessary that she has to be the one, but she decided to do that because she's a medical doctor. She understands the profession, she understands the infection as well, but she decided to do that. So she was exceptional, and she was always saying, for the good of the nation, for the good of the people. That was what she was always saying.
Thank you so much. I wish we could go on, but this is a masterpiece. Thank you. Leading for Humanity, those two women, which we just mentioned, they embody all of that. Thank you so much for this book. But then I would like to lead you to our kitchen, where we have something for you.
Wow, awesome.
Let's serve you. Let's serve you today.
Thank you so much.
So let's go there. Let's go.
Wow.
And the ladies are in the house.
Hi, welcome, Mr. Ernest.
Thank you so much.
That's Titi.
And
nice this is Chef Nina.
Wow.
Yes.
That's MM, and that's Mary.
Hello, hi.
Hi, how you doing?
All right, great. Welcome to the kitchen. This is Chef Nina, as Mike said earlier on. This morning, she has made plantain gizzard kebab.
Wow.
With salad as a side dish and banana smoothie.
You don't joke with me when it comes to food.
At all.
Wow.
This is the real service.
I mean, we went right to it. So please have a taste while Chef Nina tells us how she put this together quickly.
Please have a taste, sir.
Chef Nina, over to you.
All right, so like MM said, this is what you call platter.
Yeah.
This is the kind of food your wife should serve you first thing in the morning. Are you married? Are you married?
She didn't sleep overnight.
Please, you have to work towards it.
Wow.
So this is something light, yet delicious. You can't resist this, you know.
Wow.
What's this?
That's the salad cream.
This Chef Nina safe, eh? That's too much.
Please, go ahead, Chef. Thank you.
You can try it. You can try it, sir. You can try it, sir. You can try it, sir. You can try this.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
We're watching you. We're watching you.
We're waiting for you to take a bite.
Just a bite, maybe the plantain, anything
Wow.
that can survive. All right. Okay.
Okay.
While he's
So
enjoying
you're
it.
shaking your head, but I'm hearing.
You haven't even tasted the meat.
I'm just having different feelings, so it's awesome.
Thank you.
Different
Thank
feelings
you.
of
Thank
it,
you.
and it's awesome. Thank you.
Big shout out to Homely NG for this wonderful kitchen accessories.
Thank you.
And yeah.
A big shout out to
all our guests for coming.
Thank
you very
so
much, sir,
much.
for that wonderful book, I must say.
Thank you so much.
And
It's
also
a pleasure.
to the live band, to the photographer, every single person, Rex.
Chef Nina as well.
Chef
Thank
Nina,
you, Chef Nina.
you're the MVP.
Yes, she's a real MVP.
Thank you, thank you,
It's been a wonderful time on the show. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Friday. What's happening on Friday, Steve?
Game day!
You heard her. You heard her. That's what